podcast.
Yeah, the music and the views, the culture.
Sweet. Let's get into it.
And then don't forget all the lovely things we plan to do today.
Sweet podcast.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 to the 2. What's happening, y'all? Day 2 of the Groove Sweet Podcast, C4Challenge, content creators of colors. Thank y'all so much for hitting play. We are rolling. So to give y'all a quick update, we are doing 30 days of content, and I picked the Groove Sweet Podcast to be that. So every day in October. They said 30, but I'm thinking 31. I'm going to go for the Halloween action. Of course, y'all going to know. Y'all should know what song I'm going to do for Halloween, so I'm not even going to get into that discussion. But nevertheless, thank y'all for hitting it up. We're doing 30 days or 31 days of content. So it's going to be a podcast every day. I'm picking a song and I'm going to talk about it. And I'm bringing some of my fellow listeners, tastemakers, friends, all that good stuff. So they're going to be on some particular episodes. So they'll be sprinkled in here and there. Yep. And if you want to listen to the other content creators that's doing stuff, go to C as in Charles, 4 challenge.com. So that's C4Challenge.com. And you can check out all the content from some good content creators, man. And it's all podcasts. And I want to say it's like 10 plus of us, but it's going to be some good stuff. So you're going to have a whole day. So each day is going to be updated with somebody's podcast. And mine comes on at 8 p.m. It posts at 8 p.m. every day. And also it'll be posted on all the other socials and stuff, Apple, Spotify, et cetera, on NPN page. That'll be posted the day after it rolls. Okay. So glad I got that out of the way. Hopefully your weekend is moving accordingly. It's moving so fast on a G. It's like we can't even, enjoy it. Like if you Friday afternoon, you're like, I'm ready for the weekend. Next thing you know, it is Monday. So enjoy. All right, let's get that cassette tape. Let's put it in there. Let's get ready for the day's story. All right. Air drum roll. Yes, we are doing Camp Low, Luchini, aka This Is It. Like, it's funny because I say Luchini, but I be forgetting it's that aka This Is It. So yeah, man, the good old Luchini by Camp Low. The Bronx duo Sonny Chiba, Geechee Sway. Just finna get some information on real quick. So, the album, Uptown Saturday Night, released on January 28th, 1997. The song Luchini was sampled by Dynasty's Adventures in the Land of Music. So when you hear it, it's like the full loop of the sample or whatever, but and it sounds almost like identical, because when DJs play it, it'd be funny because like people hear it and they just be like, "This is it, what? Luchini," they be saying that, and then it keeps going, and then like another part comes in, and then this like the melody part comes in. It's like the singing part, and I'm like, okay. I remember the first time I heard it. I was at a hip hop party, and the DJ played it. And this is when sampling, like people, like DJs would like play the sample first and then go into like the original. So that's how I learned a lot of my music. In this period of time when this song came out, it was my senior year, and I remember clearly I just finished taking the SAT at my school, and I came home. It was like noon on a Saturday afternoon, and I cut on TV and this video was on, and I was just like, what in the world is this? And I was like, I love it, and I had to get the tape, and I thoroughly enjoyed the tape. But this song here, it gives that whole nostalgic feeling. It was crazy because it had that nostalgic that nostalgic sound before it became nostalgic, i.e. in 2022. When you hear it anywhere, you just start saying Luchini. And I think a lot of people, when they think of hip hop, this is like one of the top like like when we talking about hip hop, like that conscious, before it was lo-fi music, Camp Lo would be like definitely top 5 that people would mention. So think about it. When you think about hip hop like as a universal thing, if you say hip hop, the first person gonna probably be like Run DMC or MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice. If you're in a particular room. But then, like when you talk about like the conscious, lo-fi, nostalgic sound, and just that like mundane sound. When I say mundane, meaning like earthly, like, you know what I'm saying, just like that. Yeah, y'all get what I'm saying. So yeah, they like people would, draw to This Is It. And every time you're in a party and the party is like multi-genre, so you're going to hear EDM, you're going to hear pop, you're going to hear reggae. When they go to hip hop, 9 times out of 10, they're playing this song. So that just gives you the context of what, this how the song is. This is it. What? So to go further, just some little facts. Shouts out to Chuck D in his book. The references are in the notes. But it reached 50 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 5 on the rap charts. Then it reached 27 on Billboard 200 and number 5 on the R&B charts. I'm going to do an analysis on this and find out how that works, the whole R&B thing. Like, how does it get on the R&B charts? I'm not even sure if they even do that in this modern time. So, I mean, people might mention it here and there when it comes to songs, but I haven't heard nobody consciously be like, oh, they reached number 2 on the Billboards. Nah, it's just like the song jamming. They don't even say if it went platinum or whatever. These days, it don't matter. But 50 on the Billboards, and Billboard is like big. So, the Billboard Hot 100 and then the Billboard 200, it was number 50 and number 27. It's pretty dope. This is it. What? Fun fact, I did not know that Trugoy the Dove, 1/3 of De La Soul, he produced a song on this B-side to Hollywood, the one that he was actually on. Didn't know that. I knew Ski Beats was the producer of majority of that album, but didn't know that Trugoy, I didn't even know he was a producer actually. So that was an interesting thing to read or whatnot. It makes sense for him to be on there like that. Like, you had Trugoy that was on there, and then you had the guy from Diggable Planets. He was on a song too, but that fits the bill. Like, that fits that, that feel. Like, Camp Lo would be, in the group with Native Tongues or something like that, like in that pop. So didn't know that he produced that. So that was very interesting. I definitely think he's a dope rapper. I want to say Trugoy last appearance before being on this was Stasis High. Stasis High came out in 95 and 96. I want to say 96, and then Diggable Planets was around that time too. So didn't know that. And then it's rumor, and I can't find the source, but I remember hearing this. Some of the beats that Camp Lo got was supposed to be for Ho's Reasonable Doubt album. What? Now let's just sit on that. Could we imagine Jay-Z rapping over like all the beats on one of the beats from this album? I can't think of one song that I would think that Jay-Z would like flow on. That would be dope. Like I'm trying to think, like Black Nostalgia. I don't know. He probably would have got off on. I thought it was the Janet Jackson sample. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it up. Yeah, I mean, he would be dope on Cool It High. I don't think he would have been dope on Luchini. I don't know. I mean, I guess we would just have to hear it, but I guess because we got Reasonable Doubt in our brain, so we can't really take that out. So we can't really get that out of our head. So it's like, I don't know if I can see him rocking off, rocking it, aka Spanish Harlem or Black Connection. Yeah. So, and speaking of Black Connection, I love when them horns come on. Like, them horns be crucial when they come on. Like, right here. Yes. Beautiful sounds. Nevertheless, but that was a rumor. If I get the source of it, I'll share it with y'all. But that's what I heard or whatnot.
Roof Sweet podcast.
So the climate of Camp Low, I'm gonna try to explain it the best way I can, right? So for me, I remember when Lupe Fiasco came out, it seemed like it was like, so all right, rewind that back. So we got hip hop as a whole, right? You got hip hop as a whole, but then you break it down to like gangster rap, conscious rap, trip hop, all this stuff now, like drill music, it breaks down to all these subsidiary joints. But it's always like this artist that comes in from time to time and like stands out like very strong. And when I say the standout I'm talking about is like from I guess quote unquote conscious side of things. I don't know. I'm just using this for reference. I would like to use another word for it, but for y'all to understand it, be conscious. So back to Lupe. When Lupe first came out with like Kick Push, he just stood out He was like this alien that kind of dropped on the ground and was like, he's going to be dope. Same way I felt about Raz Kass when I first got introduced to him, but when I did the back catalog, the Soul on Ice album, it was like he was like that sore thumb. Like he didn't seem like he came from the West Coast. Lupe didn't seem like he came from like Chicago. And then you got the J. Cole's and the Kendricks. Like Kendrick definitely doesn't put me in the spirit of like a West Coast rapper. If I didn't know where he was from, I wouldn't put him in the West Coast. And definitely J. Cole. I wouldn't put J. Cole at a North Carolina, even though he got most of his chops off in New York, but would have never put him in that spirit. So I say all that to say, when it came to Camp Low, that's the feeling that I had when I first heard them. It was like that with Outkast too. When I think about it, when I first heard Outkast, I was like, yeah, they different. So Camp Low was like that different feeling. Like it was very, very, very different. So I think they added to that climate. They added to that climate for sure. I mean, you had all the other rap out. You got to think about it. Like the 90s was ran by like Nas, Wu-Tang. And then, you think about the Tribe Called Quest, and then you had other rappers here and there. And then that Outkast came around, Snoop Dogg, all that stuff. But then like when Camp Low came, it was just like this different vibe. And that's how I feel they added to the climate of things, especially with like Luchini. So I have no clue. Like I didn't have no clue what Luchini mean. I honestly don't know what in the world they say after this is it, what Luchini pouring from the sky, let's get rich. Now, in context clues, now that I just rapped it, it said let's get rich. So Luchini, when I looked it up before I started recording this, I'm like, they're talking about money. But I don't know what they say after that. And at the party, I don't think anybody else knows either. But I don't know. But a lot of the stuff that they was saying, I'm like, what are they saying? Like, this is it. What? We be sipping Amaret. Like, like it was just, I don't know, it was just weird when they said it. I just didn't know. But back in the day, I just didn't know. It just sounded good. But I wasn't rapping to it because I didn't know the words. I mean, I knew the cadence. GG sway. No, but it was just a different climate that they brought to the joint, and thoroughly respect these boys. Definitely love their music. Like they had albums afterwards too. They had like Another Heist, The Ragtime, High Times. That was a good album too. And I know they did an album with Pete Rock, 80 blocks from Tiffany. So they had some good albums that came out after that. But of course, Luchini is like the number one song from them. You think about Camp Low, it's Luchini, like period, hands down.
Roof Sweet podcast.
All right, my folks, thank y'all so much for tuning in. This is a quick story of Camp Low Luchini. That's number 2 on my list. I feel like I'm finna start doing like this top 50 list or something like that. That's how it feels. But hope y'all enjoy my story. And go listen to the song. The song is the link is in the notes. So please go listen to it. Run them numbers up, man. Go to somebody and be like, we sipping on my red tie tonight, and say you getting that money, that Luchini or the Luch, whatever you want to call it. So C4 Challenge Day 2, we're done. Groove Suite Podcast. Please make sure you go follow the Groove Suite on Instagram and Twitter and on the Facebook in a group page. Come join us. We just be throwing music out there to sharing it with our folks. And this is another extension of the brand, trying to get this thing up and going. So again, thank y'all so much for listening. Follow the MPN Network as well, MPN Management on Instagram and Twitter. And follow me, Mr. Al Pete, on Instagram, and on Twitter is Mr. Al Pete MPN. So love y'all. Be good to yourselves and be good to people. The Groove Suite Podcast has been brought to you by Mr. Penis's Neighborhood and The Groove Suite. Make sure you stay in tune with us on our socials, on Instagram and Twitter at The Groove Suite, and on Facebook, The Groove Suite Podcast. If you want to email us some music, tell us that you like us, email us at groovesweetjacks@gmail.com. New things, new things, new things. New vibe, new soul, all that. Thank you to everybody who supports us, rock with us, and vibe with us. The Groove Suite.